Alright, so what is up? My name is Edward, and today I'm gonna be going over some things about Amnesia: The Dark Descent speedrun. The category will be any percent, and let's just get down to it. So, first off, you wanna you wanna be running on the latest version of the game, so that will be the Steam version. I use the Steam version because it's always up to date and I don't need to go on downloading anything. So, first off, you want to go into your documents and then go into your Amnesia folder. Then you enter the main folder, and in the main settings, um, you want to be going through some settings that you will be needing in the run. So first off, uh, you can just search by pressing Control F and search for load debug menu. So that'll show you where it is. You want to be setting that to true. That is actually not for the run, but for practice purposes, it's pretty good to have on. So for next, I don't think there's much in here that you need to change. Other than if you are advanced enough to change your like video settings in here, that's okay. But other than that, you're gonna be good by just putting the load debug menu on because it's gonna help with the practice process. So after that, you go into your save folder, whatever your save name is, it's gonna be here, and you scroll down to the bottom if you have any saves here. You scroll down to the bottom and you'll see user keys and user settings. In the user keys, you want to be having interact in left mouse, and also I recommend having it in wheel down because it's going to help with some tricks later on. So this is the command to bind it to your uh, mouse wheel down. So mouse button with capital M and B dot wheel down with capital W and D. And after that, um, these are pretty much all up to your preference. But then crouch, I have it in F because it's easier to press while spamming jump. Also have it bound to left control because it's sort of um, gonna be a bit easier for me since I play a lot of FPS games. I'm used to pressing control for crouching, so it's just there to like if I'm running and I need to crouch, I will just use that instead of F. Then jump, you wanna bind it to mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down because you a lot of the tricks are like dependent on just spamming jump. So you want to be able to spam jump inputs as much as possible for the tricks to work better. So just bind it to mouse button wheel up and wheel down. And here's the command again. And other than that, uh, you're not gonna need to change anything here. But then in user settings, you wanna, this is again not for the speedrun itself, but for practice purposes, it's going to be pretty good. So you go here, and at here, like really far back, there is allow quick save. You want to set that to true. So your practice stuff is going to be easier. because there is no like other way to um have quick saves enabled in the game. Other than that, I think we're all set with settings, other than something that I will show in game. So now I will hop inside the game and show you some settings you might need to set there. Alright, so here, show hints you want to have off, show depth hints you want to have off, show crosshair is I'd prefer to have it on because you're going to be picking up little items that you will need in the run, so just have that on. Then show subtitles, that's up to you, really. Uh, what comes to graphic settings, just have it at, I have it at 1024 times 768 because it makes the game run smoother, it makes the game look a lot nicer, in my opinion. Well, not really nicer, but it makes the making setups is easier this way. And then vertical sync, you probably don't want to have that on. It's full screen or not, it's up to you, really. Then texture quality low, and gamma you can pretty much um, like choose yourself, whatever you want to have it at, like high like that or just low. I have it at 1.2 because you're gonna be running the game without a lantern, so you don't really like it's pretty dark for the most part. And then these settings are just pretty much at the lowest to make the game run a bit smoother and have the really low quality so you can like see the pixels in the background, so making setups will be easier. Then we already went through key configs. um, these are just up to your preference, I guess, and this is also something you can decide on yourself. What did I change? I don't think I changed anything. So then we will start the run, and you're gonna just start a new game, and the timer will start
Don't
here.
forget.
When Daniel says don't forget, that's when we start the timer.
Shadow hunting me. I must
I will
hurry.
be having the timer on through the
I
run,
live in
so
London.
it'll
At,
like have, I will just show you
Mayfair.
how
What
to
have I
go
done?
through the game
This is crazy.
and splits.
Don't
So
forget.
here
Don't
is
forget.
the first thing you can
I
actually do
must
in the run. You can
focus.
open this door
My name
to
is...
make it a bit faster. Well, not
I
really
am
gonna do
Daniel.
anything. It's just gonna make it like 0.0.001 seconds faster, so you don't need to open that door. Alright, here you want to hold Shift and D when you hear the rain starting. And then when Daniel starts to get up, start holding S as well. So you'll start moving towards the door that is right here. And you're just gonna go through this area like there is nothing really to it. Nothing you can really affect other than opening this door in advance. And then um, jumping up these stairs is slightly faster than just walking. So we do that. And here, try to look at that chandelier, try to keep your cursor on the chandelier so you'll like keep going. And then you just jump down these stairs because there is a chance that that happens. And that is Rainy Hall. That's pretty like I want to keep that brief because in my last tutorial that is very outdated. I went over Rainy Hall like 3 times, and that's not something I really want to do because it's pretty simple. You just go through it. Just you can watch it back if you missed something, and just watch it a couple of times and you'll get it. But yeah, this is like where the run actually starts. So you will start from here and you will start walking forward and you will just go through this room as well. Then when you come to this door, you want to walk inside and turn around. What that does is that there is a trigger inside this room around this pink thing on the ground. Uh, you walk in and you take the trigger and you walk right back out. So then you will walk to this pile of rocks, like so. Um, I will just go through this. So you walk inside this room, you turn around, walk right back out, and then you come to this rubble. After that, you wanna just walk toward it and start spamming jump. As we did before, we bound jump to your mouse wheel, so you're just gonna spam your jump, and when you get to the top, you wanna crouch and keep spamming, and you will just clip through that floor. I mean roof. So I'll show that one more time. So you'll come through here, some spooky stuff is happening, and then you walk inside this room, you turn around, you walk to this rubble, start spamming jump, and crouch, and you will clip through. Alright, so after that, um, the next thing you're gonna do is, right after you clip through, you wanna turn around and walk to this ledge. I usually just go from here and jump to this ledge, but if you want to be really safe, you can just walk here and just then walk toward or on the ledge. While you're walking on the ledge, you want to jump to this side and be careful because you can fall down there. But what you do here is you want to boost up this wall where we're going to use spamming jump again. So basically, oh shit. Um, when you get out of bounds here, you run here to this ledge, and then you jump to this side and spam jump to get on top of the roof. I will show that one more time. Run to this ledge, then jump to the other side and spam jump until you're on this roof. Then, the next thing. There is a lot of invisible walls in this game, and here is one of them. So you just want to jump past this wall to this ledge that's right there. You can just jump there with a normal jump because you're on this roof. You jump here and then you walk along this ledge and you pass another invisible wall. And then we're gonna enter the next area through the wrong side of the door. So you want to just fall down and click on the door. I probably shouldn't have done that because now we will be entering the next area. But I guess that's like you can just play that back because there wasn't really much to the ending of that level. So, this is the entrance hole. The split is called entrance hole for in my splits because it's something that usually the run starts and ends at the same time. So, in entrance hole, you want to just run up these stairs, head to the right until you come to this little ramp or broken broken staircase. So this ramp here you want to use to boost yourself up there because that's where we're going. And why you want to boost yourself up there is so there is a staircase right over there that you could use to go up there. But there is a flashback trigger here
Alexander, is
that
it inside
lasts
the castle?
quite some
In a
time.
manner of speaking. Come.
So you want to skip that by just going to the right and then boosting yourself up from this ramp. What I use here, well, yeah, what I'd use here is just to line up yourself with this line and then look at the tip of this ramp. Then you just start sprinting and spam jump. That was a bad example, but um, I'll try to do it again. So, you line up yourself with this rock, then look at the tip of that ramp, and just spam jump. If you get the jump timings right, you will be boosted up. Wait. So, okay. Like so. So I guess you could actually use something that's a little more further to the right. So like this. And then look at the tip of that and just spam your jump key again. But something I do here is stupid, because this is why I end up resetting here a lot, is what I try to do this really fast, and that is done by just running up here and not doing anything to set it up. I will just run here, turn around, and just boost myself up the ramp. Um, but as you can see, it's like sort of risky. It's pretty early into the run, so I don't really. Well, I do mind resetting here because it's like these tricks are pretty simple. But then, after that, you will come to this pillar that you need to boost yourself onto. So what you want to do is just come here and jump a few times, and you will get on this pillar. You'll know when you're on it. And then uh, what I do is just I sprint, jump, and crouch. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get yourself into this window frame. So you sprint, jump, and crouch, and you will end up here. A faster way to jump on this pillar is right after you've done this boost here. Um, you will just run forward and jump at the pillar and try to boost yourself on top of it, like while you're running, like so. And then you just jump again into this window frame. Which brings us to our next trick called chairless. Here you want to just when you're crouched here, you want to just um, jump and crouch at the same time, which will put your head through the roof of this window frame. and you will see out of bounds now. It's something that, like, it's necessarily it necessarily doesn't put your head through like on the first try, but when you like jump a few times and crouch at the same time, you will eventually get your head through it. After your head is through the roof of this window frame, what you want to do is you're gonna walk to the right side of the frame and sprint toward the window. After you like feel that you've gone down a bit, like you can actually see it here. I'm going like downwards. It pushes me down, sorta. Then you want to turn around, not too fast like I did there, but you want to turn around and try to fall down to this ledge right here. So you want to jump and crouch at the same time, put your head through, and then wait until it pushes you down, and then turn your mouse, and you will fall on this ledge. It might take some practice. Obviously, it's going to take practice, but you'll get it down pretty quick when you get the setup right. So just wait until it pushes you down and then turn around. So after you're down here, all you need to do is you're just gonna walk forward and fall down here. Uh, the reason I'm walking this way, like directly towards this, is that um, that floor there is not solid, but it still exists. So when I'm falling down, I will reset my fall speed so I won't take damage when I'm falling down here. Normally, if I'd walk down here, I would take damage, but right now I'm in the quick save mode, so I'm not able to take damage. So you want to just walk here and put your head through that floor so you'll reset your fall speed and you will not take damage. And after you're down here, you just walk through this door and just fall down and click on the door again. Like, not like that, because I missed it. But yeah, you just fall down here, then run to the door and click on it. And then refinery. Another thing that's basically just going like you would in casual, but you know where you're going. And at the end there is a little glitch you will do as well. So here you just walk forward, you will trigger a flashback. What you can do here is
Yes.
try
and
and
there's a
like
good reason for
jump
it. But you
on
can light the lamp
some of
now.
the items laying on the floor and
What's
try
the
to get a
reason?
boost, because
That is.
the
Stay
edges
close.
on these
Be
items
careful not to stray.
What's the reason?
are like
Why is it so dark?
something that can boost
Pay
you.
attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure
So
not to
here
stray.
we just walk past this monster and to this door. You open the door and crouch into this hole. Alright? That is something you can play back again. It's not really anything big, and it's easy to do. So there is a few options here. What you can do is just do this room the casual way, where you grab this box, throw it at that stick, make it break, and then you just spin this until the trapdoor opens. And you just go down here and go to the door. The other thing you can do here, which is slightly faster, is you can run to this corner. You see this bit of goo here. You run towards it and start spamming jump again. After you're up here, start spamming crouch, and you will eventually be able to clip yourself out of bounds again, and then you will just boost yourself out of the map. Sometimes it takes a bit of time and sort of just trying to find a spot that'll let you out, but sometimes it goes really fast. So you just boost up this and crouch, and now that you're on this roof, you want to fall down, try to avoid damage, because another thing in this game that is pretty important is like damage, health management, I guess. So when you fall down, try to hit that like pillar, whatever, ledge here, so you will not take fall damage. So then you come over here, and again, from the wrong side of the door, you just want to fall down and hit the door. But here, the the roof here extends pretty far, so you will be quite far from the door. So here you need to be really careful with the click. So you just fall down again and click on the door. Then, Solar Archives. This you will entirely do casually, basically. So, you just start running forward, then head to this room that's on your right, come to this lever, pull it up, and after it's up, you will start hearing this clicking sound. After that, you're just gonna jump on that box that is right next to you. So you pull this up, jump to this box, then just jump to this box, and then jump into the water. Then again jump to this box, and keep going forward, running away from Karin, the water monster, and you come to this box here. That is something you can play back again. It's really, like, simple, because it's basically just playing through the level casually, just going fast. So I will just do this one more time. So, when you come to this box, you will see some arms and stuff on the box. What you want to do is you pick up one of the arms that's right there and throw it to Karnk. So he will eventually start eating it, and that'll work as a distraction for you to go through this door here. So take the arm, throw it towards Karnk, and wait until you hear that sound. He starts eating it. Come to this door. You grab this, and while you're spinning it, you can actually walk to this door and just walk under it. Alright, so when you're here, you want to jump on this box, and then jump to this box, pick up this hollow needle here, and then jump to this box. After that, you're just gonna use the hollow needle on the door, which will work as a pick lock, and then you just, not pick lock, lock pick. You will just open, or will enter archive tunnels. I guess nothing I showed in that last room is like hard, so you can just watch back the tutorial. So then this room, there is a glitch right at the start. So when you spawn here, you want to start running this way, open this door, then close it. At the start, it is good when you're practicing and when you're doing early runs, like first your first runs, and it is good to close that door because it gives you a bit more time to perform this next glitch that I'm going to show you. So just keep closing that door, and at some point you will just leave it open when you get this glitch down. It doesn't really take too much time, but if you do fail it, then you don't have too many attempts after that if you don't close the door. I think the most attempts you can actually put in this time, if you don't close the door, is 3. So if you fail it 2 times, it is like if you go really fast, you can try it the 3rd time, but after that, Karnk will catch up to you and kill you. So just close the door on your first tries, and then just after you've closed the door, you will run here to this goo. This bit of goo, there is a barrel right next to it, and here is where you perform the glitch. So you wanna come right next to the goo, and there is this rock here. You want to be looking at that black spot in the rock, and after that, you're gonna spam jump again. So, oh shit, I actually saved right there. Um, so, you come here and just scroll, press forward, hold forward, and then scroll your wheel like 1, 2, 3. Wait, that was too slow. I'll actually show that again. So, starting from the start of the level, because it's easier this way. So, run here, open the door, and wait. Close the door. Run here. Look at that black spot on the rock. Start walking forward. Then scroll your mouse wheel 1, 2, 3. And that should be enough to boost you on top of this wall. Let me show that to you again. So, close the door. Run here. Look at that black spot and 1, 2, 3. That should be enough to put you on this, but sometimes you are better off just spamming it, but I think that should be pretty good and should work most of the time. So now that you're up here, you want to start running along this ledge, and you will run up to here, where you can either come to this part of this roof and run towards it and just spam jump until you're on top of this roof, or you can take a bit faster but riskier route where you will jump to this wall and boost yourself up. What I do is I use this strat. It doesn't really save that much time, but it saves enough time for me to like go for it. Although it is pretty risky because you can fall and you will fall out of the map. So, after you've boosted yourself up on this roof, you will be heading that way. So here is a little trick you can do. If you jump on this corner where the goo is, if you hit a certain spot, you will get a boost like that I just did. So you jump here, and you can get that boost, and it will help you to go past this part faster, because you can just sort of bunny hop to this side. But if you are not comfortable doing that, because that can happen, that you just fall down, you can run here and jump on this little piece of wall and then jump on top of this. And then you want to just walk along this plank and jump to the other side. So one more time. You will jump here, then jump here, and along the plank to the other side. And then the, I guess, riskier strat is you just jump here and you get boosted. You get a little boost. It doesn't really save that much time, but it's like, I guess it's worth going for. Doesn't lose you any time either, unless it kills your run like that. But yeah, you just jump on that and then you go forward. So after that, after you're here, you're gonna just run this way, and then you can fall down. And what I usually do here is I run here and I drop down. This is where the like roof becomes not solid again. So I just run here, fall next to the goo, and I will try to jump here because obviously the goo works as it does in the beginning of the level. So you can get a little jump off the goo. So that'll reset your fall damage again, and you won't take damage falling down. So then we enter back hall. So after you enter back hall, you wanna walk up this stairs or jump, and then you wanna jump on this railing and walk up a bit. And what I use for this is this little shape here on the railing. So I look in this corner and I sprint toward the railing and I start spamming jump. I didn't get it now, but so I come up here, I look at that right there, and I spam jump. So what this does is you can boost yourself up to the top of this, which will save a bit of time. This is a pretty hard trick, I guess, and it's like it saves a few seconds. So if I fail this on a run, I will just keep going, because it's pretty, like, it's not something you get every time. You cannot get that good of a setup that actually works every time. So I will just run and spam jump and try to get on top. If I do not get it, I will just go around the casual way. But as I said, this is something that, like, if you don't get it, you don't really, well, at least I don't reset if I don't get this. But yeah, what this does is boost you up here, and the next place you want to go to is study. But now I will show you what you do if you fail this. So, if you do fail this, well, I probably would have gotten there, but if you fail this like this, that you just get put here, you walk to this pillar and you just want to put yourself in this corner between the railing and the pillar and start spamming jump. And after you get the little boost, you can just turn and land on this railing or the staircase. I think you can just go around from here as well. It's not necessary to do this boost, but if you get a good boost, you can actually land pretty high on the ladder or the staircase, so it saves a bit of time. So, after you're done with that, you enter study. And this is a really short section of the game. You will just run through here, through these corridors, and then when you come to this painting, you will see this pillar right next to it. You will put yourself between this candle and the pillar. You will walk toward the wall, and then you will turn to this painting. You look at this tree, and you hold to your left. Sprint to the left. Strafe, sprint to the left. And you should pretty easily be able to um, walk through this wall. Obviously, it's because health affects your speed. After you go under 50% HP, you will start running in a slower speed. So um, it might be harder to get when you're low HP, but usually at this point of the game, you shouldn't be low HP yet. So you just look at this tree and strafe to the left, and you will go through the wall. So when you get here, you will just run into this room, pick up this rod from here on the table, then you will run back and do the same in reverse. So you walk to this pillar here, the one right next to the window, and then you will look at this little poster paper thing on the wall and strafe to the right, and you will clip through the wall. So run into this room, pick up the rod, and run back, look at the poster, and strafe to the right, and you will clip through. After that, you're done with this room, and you will just continue your way out of here. So here, what you do is you just walk to this. This split is pretty pointless, but I still have it. You will just run here to guest room. What you can do is press Q for the lean thing, and you can sort of like reach the door from a bit further away. That's really all you can do there. Then you enter this room, and when you enter this room, it'll automatically trigger this flashback. During this flashback, your goal is to walk here, throw this away, and open this drawer and pick up the latinum. This is not necessary, but I really recommend picking this latinum up, because if you end up taking a lot of damage during the run, you will need some latinums throughout the game. So, after you've picked that up, you want to run here and jump into the corner. And all that you should like should be able to do in during this little flashback that plays. So I will show it in how you actually do it. So you enter the room, you run here, you pick this up and throw it away.
My journal.
Take the latinum,
What they want with my journal?
walk to this room, and jump in the corner. Alright, so that was a bit tight, so I will try to do it again. So you throw that away,
My journal is gone.
pick up the latinum,
What they want with
and
my
just
journal?
walk in, jump into this corner between the bookcase and the wall, and you should just pretty much clip through when you're sprinting and holding A or whatever you have your strafe, left strafe bound to. So after you're out of bounds, you will,
Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess.
um,
Oh, thank God, there it is.
what is this? Okay, so after you're through the wall, what you do is you just
My journal is gone.
walk along
My journal.
walk along this wall and run up to this thing here. There's a bottle that has a key inside of it. So you grab the bottle and hit it on the wall to break it. And then you just pick up the key from here. You want to be careful that you don't actually make this painting wall fall off the wall, because that's going to trigger another flashback. And you don't want to do that because it's slow. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much everything with guest room. Other than that, you can actually do the lean thing here again and pick the trigger a bit faster. Alright, and here you just basically run to the next place. You might want to jump on this railing, and then you fall down here and jump over this railing and go here. And again, jump down the stairs because there's a slight chance of you getting that boost. So then we enter storage. That last bit is something you can just watch back again if you feel like it. So here, jump down the stairs again. And this is actually, well, it's the second part that has changed since my last tutorial, but it is the first thing that is actually like pretty hard to perform. And it has actually changed quite a bit. So, you jump down the stairs and you run to this door. You open the door and you walk inside. And here in this whatever shelves, you will find this piece of a drill. What you want to do here is you pick up the drill, or if you want to be a bit safer on your first runs, you pick up this box first and put it between the shelves. And then you pick up the drill part. That'll trigger a monster spawn here. So you want to be pretty quick with this, and you just need to jump on this box and then jump on the shelves. After you're on top of the shelf, you can just walk to this exact pillar here. You walk next to it and start spamming jump, which will clip you through the roof again. So again, you place this box in between the shelves, so a little bit of it sticks out like that. Then you pick up the drill part, jump on this box, and then jump on this box. Jump on top of the shelves and just spam your jump, and you will clip out of bounds. And then the bit faster, well, it isn't really that much faster, but well, yeah, actually it's not faster, I guess, but something we do. Just pick up the drill part first and then place the box between the shelves and then jump on top of the shelf and boost yourself out. So after you're out of bounds here, here is where the game begins to be like really dark. So here the gamma setting becomes useful rather. Um, you want to run along this wall, and around this part you want to jump, because otherwise you can fall down there, because there is a roof that extends up to there, and you can just if you don't jump, you will just fall down here. So around this pillar right here, you want to jump to avoid falling down, and you will just continue forward until you come to this wall and you see this little hole there. Then when you're here, you want to jump to here on this ledge, which can be kind of tricky, because if you jump too much to the right, you will just clip through it. So you want to sort of aim at this rock here. Then when you're on top of this railing, or this just whatever, this edge or ledge, you just walk along it and then you turn to your left. Now when you're on this roof here, you want to just keep walking forward after you turn to the left in that corner. You want to keep walking forward until you come to this, where you can see this room. Here what you want to do is, you want to jump on this ledge here, and be careful with this jump, because if you jump to the right, you will just end up falling out of the map. But jump it enough to the left and you will find yourself on this pillar. And then you want to run along it and jump around this corner. So let me show that. You jump on this and then you just jump around the corner. And one more time, jump on this and jump around the corner. After you're here, you're gonna just run to the end of this room basically, and look for this piece of pillar where you can see this little shape here. Then you just want to sprint towards it, and you should be able to clip through pretty easy. So again, run to the end and look for this, and just aim a little left of it, I guess, and then just start sprinting, and you should be able to clip through. After you clip through, you want to run to this door, and here the flashback will trigger. And when you're in the flashback, you will just jump up these stairs and go to your right. Here, you will come to this room with the candle in the middle, or whatever that is, a torch, whatever. And while you're still in the cutscene, you should be able to open this door, or the flashback rather. Let me show how you do it so you can just play it back again. So, when you get through from here, like so, you just run here, jump up the stairs, go to the right, then just start holding D here and forward, and then you just open the door. Damn. Alright, so here, when you, I don't know, you might, or you can close the door behind you, but it's not really needed, because the monster will probably never even come here. Um, or you should be out of here by then. So, what you come in this room for is these two rods. So, after you run in here, you just pick up the rods. It's going to make another monster spawn. So now you need a way out. So, you will pick up this box and run into the back of this room where you'll see this giant cogwheel. You will place this box into the corner and just let go of it, and it'll fall in place. Then you run into this corner and you will just sprint towards the cogwheel and spam jump. Now that you're on the cogwheel, you want to jump on the box. So, after you're on the box, you will be right between the roof and the box again. So what you do here again is just spam jump and crouch. You might want to move around a bit, like just press your keys and you will eventually clip through. Um, then, after you're on this roof, you will just jump forward from where we're looking towards, and you will end up on this roof. And here is sort of a tricky jump. Um, you don't wanna jump instantly when you come to this ledge here, because otherwise you're gonna take the full fall damage. But what you want to do is delay your jump until you're like a bit past this to like here, let's say. So I will show you how that works. You wait a bit later, and when you wait a bit more, that way you can see the difference between these two jumps. Like there, and then, wait, no I didn't jump. And that jump. So you see the difference between the two jumps. The height is not too, like, not too much higher on the jump that's earlier, but it is enough to make you take damage so that you will be running slower now. So you just want to delay your jump so that you won't take the full damage. And the way you know whether you took full damage or not is that usually at this point of the run, you will already be enough low HP, so if you get the full damage, um, your screen will go red, like it'll be a little reddish. But if you delay your jump, you will most likely not take the full damage, so your screen will just look the normal. So here, after you're done with this jump here, um, you want to just find this barrel that the light is on. Like, you can see the light from that window is brightening up this barrel. So you will come to it and then run against this pillar that's right on the right of this pillar here. So you run towards this, and again, in a certain angle when you run towards that wall or pillar, you will clip through. So again, just run here, and you will eventually clip through while walking toward that wall. Then here, after you're through the wall, you will run to your left, and here you will see a door. You will go inside this room to pick up another drill part. You pick it up, then you run back, and you go past the barrel again, and go to the right, and pick up another drill part from here. After you're done with this, you can actually leave storage now, and continue your run. So, I will just show that again, because I didn't really explain it too well. So go, jump down here, run through this pillar, run into this room on your left, pick up the drill part, go back, run past the barrel that's brighter than the others, and run into this room, pick up the drill part, and then head to your right to these stairs, and then head to the left, and this is where you started. So then you're good to enter this door and go back to back hall. Here you're gonna just do what you would normally do, just play through this level casually, I guess. You open the door and just run. Try to take the most direct route to this door, but don't go on this side of the pillar because there's a flashback trigger there. So you go up, run on the left side of these two pillars, and head to this door. When you're at this door, you just go through it, and then head to the left, and there's a flashback trigger here. So what you do here is just try to get closer to this door, and there's a little trick here you can do. Alright, so when you're close to the door, you want to go into your inventory, take your key, machine room key, that you picked up from guest room, and then you want to use it on the door.
Would it take us to...
And then when Daniel is about to say, inner sanctum, his sentence is, will it take us to the inner sanctum? When he's about to say inner sanctum, you click on the door, you wait until he says, will it actually take us? And then you can click on the door, and what this will make some of the dialogue play during the loading screen. So you will get out of the flashback a bit earlier, and that'll say like a few seconds in machine room. So here you see that the dialogue plays during the cutscene. So after you're here, you will just go forward, and this is what you do again, like just what you would do casually. So you walk inside this room on your right, and you see these levers here. There is a couple of combinations that you can do here to solve the puzzle, but I think the fastest way would just be doing what we do. So just the first lever up, second lever down, the next lever up again, then down and up. So starting from the right, up, down, up, down, up. and this will make the flow stable. So after you're done with that, you will run out of the room, and usually around this point the flashback will end if you've done everything correctly. So you run here, jump on this railing, and walk along it when until you get to this door. You go inside and you come to these circle, uh, triangle, and square. And then you will need to put these rods in the right order into place. So, flow cycle rod is for the circle, then Trinity steam rod is for the triangle, and then for the square, the red one. And when you get the combination right, you can pick the rods back, so that's how you know that you set them up right. After you're done with this, you want to run into this corner and pick up this cogwheel, and you want to carry it that you because you will need it in the puzzle. But what you want to do is you want to just like sort of play catch with it. When you pick it up from here, you will just turn around and then start like spamming click while running. Not necessarily the whole way, but like just throw it in the air, try to keep running, and try not to drop it. Because with the cogwheel, you're going to be running a lot slower than without. So what you do is you just drop it and pick it back up, so it will not affect your movement speed. So after you're here, you come out the door, just keep throwing it, and then you come to the staircase and you throw it down. You can just throw it at the start of the stairs as well. It'll slide down there. It should at least. But yeah, then you need to pick up this cogwheel too. And with this, I usually just jump down the stairs, and I will run here and throw it there into that room. And after you've thrown that into the room, you will come back and pick this up. And usually, while I run there, I will take this cogwheel and try to get it into this position where it's like um, it's vertical. Yeah, vertical. Wait, no, horizontal. I don't know. Anyway, you want to have it in this position right here. It doesn't have to be like perfect, but just try to have it around like wait, like this. And then you run into this room, and here you want to try and throw it at this spike right there. You want to throw it, and if you get it right, it'll actually go into place when you throw it. But you can, if you miss like this, um, you can just run here and put it in place. But obviously it's faster to just throw it and try to get it in place. But if you miss multiple, you will just run here and put them all in place. It doesn't really matter. It's a bit faster if you get them down on your throws, but if not, just come here and put them in place. And then after you put the cogwheels in place, you will run here, open the burner already on your way to this room. You will go here, pick up 3 pieces of coal. I usually just pick up these because they're closest. You throw them here. Actually, the last one you can just pick up and run to the burner with, because you can just while you're running you can just put it inside the burner, and then just pick up the rest. So 2 more pieces of coal and put them inside the burner. You actually don't need to pull this lever. You can just after you put the coal inside the burner, you can actually just run to this lever and pull it, and voila, the elevator is now working. So, after you're done with this is again something you can just watch back, because it's really like pretty simple. It's the same every time, and just basically playing through the game casually. Um, you want to jump up those stairs again, though, because it's slightly faster. What's up, bunny? Uh, and after you're here, you just enter the door again. So now, after you're out of that room, you just continue to the left, uh, to the elevator. And here, you need to pull this lever to make the elevator go down. So what you do, grabbing this is pretty hard because its hitbox is really like narrow. Um, what I do is I just walk to this and pull it from here because you can actually pull the lever from this down here. So I just run into this room and pull the lever like so. Again, something you can just watch back because it's just really simple. But then in the elevator, you really don't do anything. It's just an auto scroller, and you actually don't need to do anything. Um, but yeah. So after you are out of the elevator, um, you will enter the second chapter of the game. So here, after you land down here, you want to start holding forward and D, and obviously sprinting because it's faster. You will crawl your way up to here, still keep going forward,
Come this
and
way.
when you come to this pillar here, you want to pull it back,
I should have warned you.
you grab it,
One of my
and
responsibilities as
just
a
walk
baron
back,
is that of a prison
backwards a
warden.
bit, and you
This
will
is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
pull it away
Very
from
much so.
your,
Come, don't linger.
pulling it away so you can access this door. After you're through this door, actually I need to show this again because there is something that I need to show. So you do this, and around this you will trigger the flashback right there.
Come this way.
Pull this
I should have
pillar
warned you.
away,
One of my responsibilities as a
then
baron is
throw
that of a
this
prison
rock
warden.
away as well.
This
Open
is
the
where
door,
criminals are locked up.
Like
and
a
then
dungeon?
come to this
Very
little
much
rock
so.
here. So when you're at this rock, you want to grab it and then start moving. What this will do is it'll make your movement speed be the same as it would be if you were not in the flashback. So you will be moving through this corridor area faster, even though you're in the flashback. So this is something again that you can just look through again, play back the tutorial because it's really simple. So you grab the rock and start moving forward, then start moving to the left, and when you come back to this darker area, you will start moving back. You will move back until you see these blood splatters all over the place. And then there should be a room to your left. You will walk inside the room, and what you come here for is this hammer. So, here comes a pretty tricky part of the game. Some might even deem it as scary. It is pretty scary. You pick up the hammer, then you want to run back along this corridor. And when you come down here, you can see the place where you came from. You want to run to the left where you'll see staircase. Uh, you want to jump up the stairs, but there will be a monster spawn on your right. So, you will not run away, you will run past the monster, and when he's about to hit you, you want to jump to avoid the hit and make um, the monster starting to chase you delay a bit because he starts the hit animation. It will delay him a bit, so you get to run forward a bit, and after that, I will show you what you need to do. So this is going to be hard to explain because there is so much happening in a short period of time, but I will try to explain it to the best of my abilities. Um, so you jump up the stairs. The monster is right there. You keep running. You jump. You want to pick up this chair. Be careful that you don't actually click on the oil that's on the chair. You want to grab the chair, and after you grab it, you want to throw it at the monster. What this will do is make him do that animation. When he does that animation, you will delay him even more. So you'll have time to run to another room. So now I will need to show you this in the normal speed that I would normally do it in because it's really hard to do with these pauses. So, you pick up the hammer, you run out of this room, run to the left to the staircase, the monster spawns, jump, pick up the chair, throw it at the monster, run to the left, open the door, and run into this room. This is something, again, you need to just play back and watch the tutorial a couple of times, maybe. Some might pick it up from the first time watching, but I recommend just playing it back a few times and copying what I do. After you're in this room, you should be safe. When you come to this right corner, that's on the right of the door. Um, be careful though, because here in the physics, you can see that there's a line right here. What this line is a flashback trigger that you want to avoid. Um, so when you're in this corner, you will crouch. Is he coming in here? No. Walk a bit forward. Avoid the flashback trigger, and then use the lean ability to get closer to the chipper here. What this does is even though you're leaning and you extend over the flashback trigger, the your character's like um, physics don't extend any further than what it is normally. So you can lean and pick up the chipper without touching the flashback trigger. So now you just pick up the chipper and you run there. So now I will show this fast and I will just go through it and just enter the next level. So pick up the hammer, run through here, run to the left, avoid the monster by jumping, pick up the chair, throw it at the monster, run to the left, open the door, go to the right corner, and go close enough to pick up the chipper. You pick it up. Usually the monster doesn't follow you there, but then after that you will run to the other side of the corridor, or the other end of the corridor. You open the door, you run in, and there is a flashback you want to trigger over there. Because that way, when you're in a flashback, the monster will ignore you, but you don't want to trigger that flashback in the other room, because otherwise it's going to make this flashback that we just triggered play after the flashback that would start in the other room, so that would make us waste a load of time because you move so much slower in the flashback. So I will go through this one more time because I cannot get hit there. I pick up the hammer, run to the left to the staircase, avoid the monster, throw him with the chair, run to the left into the corner, crouch, then use the lean ability to extend yourself far enough. Then run past the monster again and jump to avoid getting hit. Open the door, run inside the room, and usually when I get there, I will jump again because the monster usually catches up to me and tries to hit me. So I jump to avoid getting hit. I'm not sure. I think it's gonna hit you if, or it's necessarily not gonna hit you if you don't jump, but I usually like to play it safe and just jump because it doesn't really lose you any time. After you trigger the flashback, you just move this
Mother, I don't want to leave without you.
Hurry, child. You must go.
move this
Find
uh,
Gabriel, the outrider,
bed
and tell
that
him
would
to alert
normally be on this hole. You move it away from the hole and use the chipper or the hammer on the hole. And you can just walk on top of the hole and you will just fall
Please, we
down
don't have
to the
time to
hole
make the
and
hole
enter
any
the next
wider.
level by that.
Someone's coming. Hurry. I'll cover the hole with the bed.
So,
Everything will be fine. I promise.
now we're in Prison North. What you do here is you will spawn in this hole and you will just crawl through it. At the start of it, you might want to spam jump because it'll make you go a bit faster. Not completely sure if it's actually faster, but I don't think it's gonna lose you anytime at least. So, when you come to this, come down to this where there is two paths, you choose the right path that's on the right, and you will come to these rocks. Usually, um, you will be here about, you will get to around here when the flashback ends. So you will just throw this rock away, and you can throw items by grabbing them and then pressing your right mouse button. So you will do that, you will throw away the rock on top, and then you will throw away the rock that's on left. And then you will need to throw this rock multiple times because it's heavier than the others. So, after you get those out of the way, you will see this barrel on your left. You will run past it to the left. Then you will run up these stairs and you will see a piece of rubble again. You will run to the rubble and you will boost yourself on top of this and then crouch jump onto this rock. Then, I don't really have a setup for this, but I usually look at this rock right here and just start spamming jump, and you should clip through. Be sure to spam jump until you're actually out of bounds, because sometimes um, when you're trying to do this fast, you will spam jump, and when your head gets through the roof, I will already like turn away, and then I will just clip back in bounds. So make sure you're actually on the roof before you turn. So now that you're on the roof, there is a route you need to take. So you go past this light thing here and turn to the right again. After you're experienced with the route, you can just cut some corners by jumping over them. Then um, turn to the left and then to the right until you come to this room here. When you're here,
Is he safe?
uh,
Well,
this
it's
is
for his own good.
another door you will enter from the wrong side, and you will just fall down and click on the door again. But I'm gonna show this one more time. So you crawl. Usually the flashback would end like when I'm at the little rocks. So that would be here. So throw that away, and then use multiple throws on that rock. Go to the left after you get out of the hole, then turn to the right and go up the stairs. Turn to the right, run to this rubble, jump up, crouch jump on this rock, then just spam jump by and while holding A and D. So you're sort of just going at the rubble and just turn after you're actually through the roof. So then turn to the right, turn to the right again, turn to the left, turn to the left again, then turn to the right. Continue until you reach this point, and then just drop down and click the door. Now, coming to cistern entrance, there is multiple tricks you need to perform here, but they're gonna save some time. This is a fairly little area, but you will save quite a bit of time by performing this flashback skip. I do recommend learning it, but not everyone uses it, I guess, from like newer runners. I don't think everyone still uses this. It saves around 15 seconds though, in the next level if you actually do this. So I really recommend doing it. I'm not like completely certain of the time save, but it's around 15 seconds, I believe. So what you do here is, again, you can see that there's this line, this area right here between these two lines is a flashback trigger again. So to avoid this, you will use this pipe here to boost yourself on top of this pipe. So my setup for this is not really good, and it's not like precise. I guess it's pretty good since it's not too precise, but it's like not optimal, I guess. It's not very consistent, but it works for me for the most part. So, you want to come to the fifth line, counting from the door. One, two, three, four, five. Fifth line, counting from the door. And then just aim at this piece of the pipe here, where the pipe becomes like rock thingy. Um, yeah, just aim at that, around that area where the black dots are. Run towards that, and then do the same thing you did earlier in archive tunnels, where you scroll 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. I did not get it this time, but 1, 2. Yeah, it works for the most part. As I said, this is not very consistent. I never found or really learned a setup for this, so I'm just usually on runs. Uh, I try different things here, I guess, but this is what I use the most, and it works pretty often, I guess. But just that is what's supposed to happen. So just run towards this and scroll your mouse wheel when you get closer to it. This is pretty hard to explain, honestly, but just when you're around here, around this corner, just start spamming jump. Um, and it should boost you up there. So let's try this again. Run towards this, and 1, 2, 3. Did not work. Again, 1, 2, 3. No. All right. This is just like, I guess um, you're just better off trying to come up with something here. It's I think it's better to run at this at an angle, like not straight from like right here, but in a little angle, so you'll sort of be boosting off this wall as well. So just come to the fifth line, then run towards this, and just start scrolling when you get close to it, and that should work pretty well. But as you can see, it's not really consistent. Alright, well, moving on. When you get on top of this pipe, what we wanted to do was skip this flashback that triggers from here. So now we will try to jump far enough to skip that trigger. You want to just sprint and jump, and you should be able to skip the trigger quite easily. Um, the jump's timing is like somewhat precise. Like if I jump too late, um, wait, actually, if you if you are able to avoid the trigger by jumping a bit later, you will actually uh, avoid some damage as well, just like in storage with that one jump, because you're a bit further down when jumping. Um, you can avoid the high damage fall. But then, if you fail this and trigger the flashback, I guess you can just
So
go
they
on.
used the drain sewers as a means of
It's just
transport.
gonna lose you
Yes,
some time
they were
in the
built to
next
defend
level,
water from an
and
underground spring, and
if
on
you have a
limited
PB
spaces.
that's
It
got
seemed
the
only natural to
flashback
incorporate
skip,
it into
then
the overall
it's gonna
structure.
obviously
But
gonna
we
lose you
waited
some time
long.
here as well.
Not today.
But
The flow is
um,
seasonal,
I
and
would
when the spring
recommend
runs
at
dry,
least
the deep
trying
tunnels
this and
produce a rather
trying to
poisonous
learn
type
it.
of fungi.
And
There is an
on
antidote, of course,
if you're
but
gonna
we
be
won't
doing
bother
runs,
with
I
it
guess it's
today.
like
Come,
not
this
that
way
bad if
instead.
you
We're
try to
almost
go
there.
for it and then you end up failing, but at the same time you're actually practicing the strat as well. So you don't really lose much time by trying it. So I really recommend at least trying to do it even on your first runs. But yeah, let's do that one more time. So just jump, avoid the trigger, and then walk over this pipe or jump over this pipe right there. Well, it's not that precise, but just walk over the pipe. Then you will come to this broken staircase over here that should lead you up there. And you can see this ramp right here leaning on the staircase. You will want to push yourself into this um, where the staircase and the little ramp meet. Um, you push yourself in here, and then what you want to do is scroll your mouse. This is what I use a precise timing for. I do one, two, three. Again, that's what I use for most of these uh, things where you need to boost yourself up high. So, one, two, three. No, again, one, two, three. There we go. So, you push yourself in here. You want to be sprinting for this. Um, then just scroll your mouse wheel. One, two, three. And again, it didn't work. One, two, three. Actually, one, two, three. No, wait. I'm not even sure if I'm actually sprinting for this. Yeah, I am. Yeah. So just sprint in this corner here, and then scroll your mouse wheel. One, two, three. And you should be able to get high enough boost to land on that. One, two, one, two. Fuck. One, two, three. Nope. One, two, three. I'm seriously concerned about this because it's always been pretty consistent for me with this setup. Um, I guess I'm not like entirely sure if I do actually sprint for this on runs because I don't think about it that much, but it actually seems to work okay with not sprinting. Obviously, it's going to be harder to try and move onto this ledge when you're not sprinting, but for now, it seems like it's. Um, oh, and yes, um, you actually want to be looking more towards this. than um, the wall, really. So, yeah, I guess I was just not looking at the right thing here. But yeah, now I actually got it again. So just 1, 2, 3, and you should be able to boost yourself up there. All right, and now that you're up here, you might get high enough boost from this to actually land straight on that platform. But if not, just land on this ledge here, and then jump at the ledge of this platform, and just jump your way up. Spam jump, and jump your way up here. Then you will enter morgue. This is again something you can just watch back. And actually I was playing around with that for quite some time there, so you should be able to get it from there. So entering morgue, um, you enter morgue, and you really don't want to walk forward because there is a flashback trigger right here. What we do to skip this is we turn to the right instantly. You walk into this corner and you sprint and jump at this pillar over here. And as you can see, it sort of like pulls me towards it. But when you jump at the pillar, what it'll do, it'll eventually put you through it. Okay, there we go. So, you just turn to the right, jump at the pillar, and after you're through it, you want to instantly turn to the right again. Because otherwise, you're going to end up falling down and just falling out of the map. So, you don't want to do this, you're going to fall out of the map. After you're through, you will instantly turn to the right, so you will land on um, this floor that extends over the walls. Not wall, floor that extends outside the actual inbounds. So, now that you're here, you can, the walls are invisible from the other side. So you want to walk into this corner right here until you see this wall, and you want to walk toward it and just spam jump. I usually I usually stand here and like look at that rubble and then start spamming jump, but um, what you want to do is just spam jump until you're out of bounds. I mean, on top of the roof again. So spam jump until you are on top of this roof. And you want to be careful because what you just saw there, I got a really high boost, and that's not good because that's going to inflict quite a bit of damage. And yeah, you want to watch out for that. Um, when you're on top of this roof, you want to just walk along it until you come here. This roof extends pretty far, so you can just walk like here. And when you come to this door here, you wanna fall down from here. You just you fall down to the little bit to the right. Try to fall into this corner and sort of hit the door frame at the same. Be careful, because door frames are pretty, um, that can happen. Door frames are pretty easy. Will clip you in back in bounds pretty easily, so you want to watch for that. Just fall down here. Try to avoid the damage that you would take just casually falling down here. And then again, here is a invisible wall, only visible from the other side. Um, you want to jump around it, and when you're around it, you will be able to pick up a latinum and a copper tube. So you want to pick up the copper tube and pick up the latinum, because latinum we can use later on if we do take heavy damage, and copper tube will be needed pretty soon here. So I will go through that again. Just fall down here, jump around the invisible wall, pick up the copper tube, pick up the latinum, and keep going. Here, when you're up here, you just walk forward. You can fall down here, and that's never happened before. Yeah, so pick up the copper tube, pick up latinum, fall down here, and then jump on top of this floor, and walk to this corner where you can see the body that's inside the room. You walk into this corner here and start spamming jump. Then, what I like to use here is, wait. So, yeah, you come down here, and then when you're here, I like to look at his right foot, and that should clip you in bounds pretty consistently. So you start boosting, sprint towards the wall, and then just look at his right foot, and it should clip you back in bounds. When we're here, we're gonna put together the drill and combine the drill and the hollow needle to make a syringe. So you use the hand drill on the guy here, then you use the syringe and use it on his head as well. After you put the syringe in his head, you will click on it and then turn away. Now there is a bit of time when the screen is black, and after it ends, you will run straight to this door, and if you leave the room fast enough, this monster won't spawn. But if you don't leave the room, it'll spawn like this. So what you want to do is just leave the room as soon as possible. As soon as you get out of the little black screen thing, you want to be leaving the room. So look at his right foot. Come on. There we go. You clip in bounds, you put together the drill and the syringe. You use the hand drill on his head, and then use the syringe. Run to the door. Open the door and run through it. As you can see, this time he didn't spawn. Here is two different options you can take. The other one saves a bit of time, but it's much riskier, and the other one is less riskier, but takes a few seconds more. So I will go through the easier one first. So you wanna, when you run out the door, you go to the right. That's the only way you can go. And you run to the right again. So As you remember, we skipped flashback and we don't want to trigger it still. So we come to this pillar that's on the right side of this candle and just walk right next to it. This is a setup I found pretty useful. It doesn't it's pretty consistent and it doesn't kill your run as often as any other setup I've tried for this. Well, we've tried. I don't think, at least. Um, I'm pretty sure that this is like among the safest of the setups we've used for this. But yeah, you come to this, you strafe at the pillar to the right, and then you wanna be looking at this black spot on this pillar right here. You'll be looking at that and strafe sprinting to the right, and you will clip through. And as you can see, the ledge you're standing on is really small. So that's why it's the setup is like really important, because otherwise you're gonna end up falling out of the map. And after you're through, you will see the candle on your left, and then you will see this little thing on the roof. And when you're like lined up with it, you want to start sprinting towards it and just spam jump, and you will boost yourself on top of this roof. After you're here, you will just enter the door again and you will be good. But I will go through this one more time. Copper tube, latinum, running through, boost yourself, inbounds, hand drill, syringe, you go out the door, and then you run to this pillar, look at that black spot, and that's what can happen. Doesn't happen too often with that setup, but it's still a possibility, so look out for that. But yeah, then the other setup you can do here. After you've out of the room, you will see a candle right here, and then you will come to this pillar right here and just put your back against it. Then I like to use this candle here as a reference point. You'll be looking at the candle, then just jump and hold, jump and sprint backwards, and you will clip through this pillar, and it doesn't clip you in out of bounds every single time, but it should do it pretty consistently. But yeah, you're trying to just get out of bounds by using this pillar right here. Um, just look at the candle, jump backwards while sprinting. Then you will come to this little ledge here again, and there's many ways to do this, but what you want to do, this is a really risky strat, but what you want to do is you want to boost yourself up on top of that roof using this wall. If you fail, you will fall and you will just die. But if you actually manage to boost yourself on top, you will save a few seconds by doing this. So I will try to show it how it works. You just boost yourself on top like that. It is really hard to explain how it works, but you just start boosting yourself using this little corner of the wall, and then while you're up, going up the wall, you will just sort of turn to the right and continue boosting yourself up along the wall from outside the wall. So you just boost yourself and then um, try to work your way around the wall. This is something you just really need to practice, and even with practice, it's not probably never gonna be like as consistent or that you would like get it even 9 out of 10 times. But yeah, um, that's something you can try. And another way to do this, it doesn't save as much time, but you can wiggle yourself like a bit to the left of this wall because the floor extends just a tiny bit after or like behind the wall, so you can just wiggle yourself to around here and start boosting yourself up around the wall. But it's like, as I said, there like isn't really a consistent setup that would work even half the time. So this might not be something I'd recommend. Obviously, you can, again, like just practice it and maybe even master it and just use this instead of the other strat. But I think the other one is a lot safer, and that's what I use for my runs because this is something I never really learned properly. So yeah, I will just try to get it right here now so I can continue. Um, there we go. So after you're done with that, you will just enter this door from the wrong side. Okay, so much for keeping this.